Yeah? Okay, it's still going. Okay, so I am ready to pour some of the mixture into the pitcher. So I double filter it, so I get the first strainer here, and I get the second strainer on top. Because the rice is really well blended, little particles will go through, and I don't want that mucky stuff at the bottom. So there we go. So while that is still draining, I'm gonna start adding more rice and more water into the blender. So this time you're gonna do basically the same thing, but instead of adding 2 cups of water, you're gonna add 3 cups of water. And this is to basically mostly fill up the pitcher, and because you're adding more rice in here, you will be creating more of the rice water for the horchata. There we go. Let's add our water. Here's our 2 cups. And we're gonna add 1 more cup. So now we have 3 cups of water. Okay, so we're gonna add the same ingredients as before. We're gonna add a little bit more ground cinnamon. So as I said, you could always adjust the measurements that you add to this, because my family really does like the taste of cinnamon in our horchata. And our secret ingredient. Okay, that's enough. And we are ready to blend this one all up. And then while this is blending, we're gonna throw out the rice, because we do not put rice down the drain. So we will be throwing it into the trash. Okay, so here we have our blended rice water, and we will be doing the same thing. This is from our first batch. We're going to double strain it. All right. So I will be throwing this out, and I will be right back. So we won't be throwing this out just yet, because depending on how big our pitcher is, We could use the leftover rice that we have in here, add more water to fill it up after we're done adding more ingredients. So the next step, here we have our pitcher and we have our rice water with the cinnamon, the chocolate, and so we will be now adding evaporated milk. We just use the Signature Select brand. We could also use other brands that you would like to use. Go. Let me go get a spoon to mix it up. Okay. The next part that we're going to add is our sweetened condensed milk. This is what adds the sugary taste to it without having to add the sugar. So because we added the chocolate and now we're adding this, we don't need to add any additional sugar into our drink. There we go. Make sure you get it all out of the can and into the pitcher. This way you'll mix it. And now you could like start to recognize the smell and the look of it. So at this point, it's pretty much done. You could add more water into the blender to fill it up here, or you could add ice. I'm gonna do a little bit of both. I'm gonna fill it up to here, and then so I'll probably add just one more cup into the blender, like a cup of water into the blender. Blend that up with the leftover rice. Put it in here, and then I'll add ice. Okay. Here's one more cup of water. Just to use the leftover rice. It's okay. We will double strain again. There you go. And now that our drink is pretty much done, we are going to top it off with ice. So here we have our bag of ice. And we're just going to start. And there we go. We have our homemade horchata.